Hey guys, Dave from Timber Time Outdoors. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. Hey, we've got a short little video for you today about backyard hunting. You know, there's lots of videos out there that show how to manage property that are, 100, 200 acres. But today's video is all about kind of hunting in your backyard. If you got a small hobby farm, something 5, 10 acres, maybe even less than that, maybe 3 acres. A lot of times there's some great deer hunting, one stand, and we're going to show you today how we're going to set up this property. This is an 8-acre little hobby farm, and so right now the guy behind me is working on some habitat improvement, and so we'll go through that today and just kind of show you how you can make a very small plot or small property something that's very huntable and something you can enjoy. So thanks for being with us, and keep it in the timber, everybody.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
So one of the things that makes this backyard special, it's 8 acres, he's got a little pasture, it's a beautiful piece of property, but what's really special about it is it butts up to a conservancy. So he's got 8 acres here, maybe 3 of it is timber, and so he doesn't have a lot of land to hold deer and support their needs, but this conservancy that I'll show you here behind me will offer all the habitat that deer need to survive and so forth. And so we're hunting the fringe. You can see that they have a lot of acreage and a lot of nice deer in there, a lot of big bucks. And so I'll show you here. This is the food plot that we're creating, and we've got a water attractant, a mineral site, and a couple stands. And so it's very simple, very easy to access, very easy to hunt. You can come home after work, throw on your camo, and jump in stand for the last hour, and have a little hunting fun. So I encourage you to hunt your small properties if you can. If you have this situation where you have a neighboring property that could hold bigger deer and hold habitat, and just hunt the fringe. So we've got the skid steer. He's out here just kind of cleaning up this food plot. So this was just dense woods, and it came in with a machine that basically took out all the buckthorn. So the owner of the property wanted to just kind of clean things up, and after a while it looked like, hey, we might be able to get a nice little food plot in here. And so that's what he's doing, kind of clearing out brush, and we'll get that topsoil all exposed. But I wanted to show you here how we're going to hunt this property. So what you're looking at is a dirt pad on the side of a hill, and we're going to put a ground blind in here. And so down right there is kind of the main trail, and I will walk you down here and show you some of the features that we're going to be setting up. So we had a water hole here, but it got wrecked by the forestry machine that came in, but it might still work. But you can kind of see it's kind of chewed up there. Anyway, you can see this is kind of a main travel corridor for the deer, and we've got a small little food plot here, and we'll actually add some down in this way as well. So some features in these trees And then right in here, we're going to have a mineral site. So, little chainsaw work on an old stump. And this will just be a fantastic place for a mineral. So, just got to have a little bit of an attractant to pull those deer up close where you can get shots at them. Blessed with some fantastic soil here. We won't have any trouble getting crops to grow in this. So the great debate is, what are we going to plant here? You know, this is a very small plot, and the deer are going to eat it out pretty quickly. So, you know, soybeans are out of the question. They're just too attractive to deer, and they would be gone within a week. So we're not going to do that. Some people have said do clover, do clover. My experience with clover is it's a nice tool to have in the toolbox, but for a plot like this, if this is the only plot you have, clover's probably not your best bet. In my opinion, clover is something that you want for your deer herd. You want it to, you know, get your does healthy in the springtime. You know, when there's not a lot of food around, clover's great. It's also excellent for the soil. You know, brings a lot of nitrogen back in. So clover is one of those things that you know, I think is needed in a bigger property, but a small little hidey hole like this, I'm not necessarily a fan. So what we are going to do here is we are going to just put a cover crop in, maybe buckwheat, maybe just oats, just get something growing in here for the summertime, and then we'll come back in August and we're going to do something from Eagle Seed called Smorgasbord, and it's a blend of brassicas, and I think there's peas in there. I can't remember everything that's in there, but we've had some great luck with that mix. It's called Smorgasbord, and we'll get the land pride drill in here if we can, and we'll drill it in and just have a wonderful, probably a short season in this property. It'll probably only be good for a few weeks before that brassicas is gone. But the nice thing about brassicas is, you know, it's palatable all the time, but when you get that first frost is when it really kicks in and they want to really get after it. So you can kind of time it. So that's always important when you're trying to hunt too, and, you know, balance life. All right, skid steer's done with the grapple. He's going to go get his grading bar. In the meantime, I'll kind of show you around what we got. It's turned out really well. So apple tree right here. Apple tree was here probably from an old pasture, and cows, you know, ate some apples or pigs and pooped out the seeds, and there you go, you got an apple tree. So that happens a lot in the forest. You'll see those wild apple trees, or birds do it, whatever. So it's got the main plot right here, and water hole, mineral are in that feature with the trees. Hunting blind will be up on that hill. Let's kind of show you that here quick. I think the water is going to be fine right there. So right there, and so you've got all this for shooting. And the owner wanted a little ATV road for his kids, which is great. So we'll kind of swing this around. We'll probably plant this too. But as we come around here, we got some bonus features that are just fantastic. So this tree that looks like nothing in particular is a basswood tree. So this will be a place where the bucks are checking and they'll rub their antlers on this. Another natural licking branch right there. Actually don't know what kind of tree that is. There's a lot of diverse trees in this particular property, and this is an elm. I don't know if deer like elm, but we're gonna put it here just in case. So we'll walk down to the edge here, kind of look back up at it. Super happy with how this turned out. You know, and as time goes by and you know, you learn the pattern of the deer, you move stands around a little bit. It's not a big property, don't have a lot of options anyways, but they're gonna have some fun here during the early season most likely, and maybe even during the rut. We'll see. A lot of deer in that valley. That's the conservancy down there, and just a ton of deer. All right guys, let's wrap this one up. Backyard hunting 101. So a little 8-acre hobby farm. Got a little food plot, water, mineral site, couple stands, and just a lot of fun for people. So thanks for being with us today. If you like this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button, hit like, share with your friends. If you got hunting buddies, you know, you can always pick up a tip or two. So take care everybody, keep it in the timber. We'll see you later, bye-bye.